The latest revelations from The Bold and the Beautiful have left fans on the edge of their seats, with shocking twists and high stakes that promise to unravel some of the darkest secrets surrounding the Forrester family. The storylines surrounding Lee Finnegan, Finn, and Luna have taken a dramatic and disturbing turn, as Lee's actions are set to land her in serious trouble. As Finn discovers the truth about his mother's actions, the tension between them reaches an all-time high, and the emotional fallout promises to be nothing short of explosive. Lee's motives remain unclear, and her actions are beginning to push Finn to the breaking point. But could Lee's desperation lead to a bitter, long-lasting feud between mother and son? And will Luna's role in all of this become even more dangerous for everyone involved? Let's take a closer look at what's unfolding in this intense and unpredictable chapter of The Bold and the Beautiful. The drama begins when Finn, long suspicious of his mother's actions, embarks on a mission to uncover the truth about what's been going on behind closed doors. After learning that Luna Nozawa, a key figure in a dark and complex series of events, has gone missing, Finn begins to investigate further. As he follows the trail of clues, he is horrified to discover that his own mother, Lee Finnegan, has been keeping Luna in her home, effectively holding her captive. This shocking revelation shakes Finn to his core. As he pieces together the situation, he uncovers the full extent of his mother's betrayal. Not only is Lee hiding Luna, but she has gone so far as to falsify documents, creating a fake death certificate for Luna in order to cover up her actions. Finn is stunned, struggling to process the betrayal of the woman who has been a constant presence in his life, the person he trusted more than anyone. For Finn, this is a devastating blow. His mother, whom he has always seen as a nurturing and protective figure, is now revealed to be a criminal. But what makes it even harder for Finn to understand is the fact that Lee has been hiding Luna for so long, keeping her away from the authorities and manipulating the situation to her advantage. The question that lingers in Finn's mind is, why? What could possibly have motivated Lee to take such drastic, illegal actions? Finn has always known his mother to be strong-willed and protective, but this level of deception and manipulation is beyond anything he ever expected from her. As he confronts Lee about her actions, he demands an explanation, but she remains tight-lipped, offering no clear justification for what she has done. Lee's motives, however, begin to emerge as Finn digs deeper into the situation. It soon becomes clear that Lee's actions are not as simple as trying to protect Luna. Instead, there seems to be a darker, more personal reason behind her behavior. Lee has long harbored a deep sense of guilt and fear, especially after Finn's near-death experience. Her obsession with keeping her family intact and her desperation to protect her son have led her to take increasingly extreme measures. But her decision to hide Luna and falsify her death certificate is not just about protecting Finn, it's about control. Lee has always seen herself as the ultimate protector of her family, but in this instance, her need to maintain that control has driven her to commit a crime that could destroy everything she holds dear. As Finn confronts his mother with the truth, his emotions are a mixture of anger, confusion, and heartbreak. The woman who raised him, the woman he trusted implicitly, has betrayed him in a way that he cannot easily forgive. Finn refuses to accept his mother's actions, insisting that she cannot continue to protect someone like Luna, who he sees as a danger to their family. He is determined to see justice done, but Lee is equally determined to keep Luna safe at any cost. This sets the stage for an intense and emotional showdown between mother and son, one that will have lasting consequences for both of them. Despite the fact that Finn's love for his mother has been shattered, Lee is not ready to let go of her grip on the situation. Her love for Finn is unconditional, but her fear of losing him to the truth is even greater. In her mind, she has been doing what's necessary to protect him from the harsh realities of the world. However, this misguided sense of protection is beginning to tear apart the very relationships she holds most dear. As the confrontation escalates, Lee begins to lash out, revealing the extent of her resentment and anger toward Finn for challenging her. It becomes clear that she sees Finn's actions as a betrayal in itself, as she has always viewed herself as the one who holds the power and the responsibility in their relationship. But Lee's anger and frustration will not be enough to convince Finn to back down. He is resolute in his determination to make things right, no matter what the cost. His focus is no longer on protecting his mother from the truth, but on protecting his family and ensuring that Luna, as dangerous as she may be, is held accountable for her actions. The rift between mother and son grows wider, and with each passing day, it seems less likely that they will ever be able to repair their fractured relationship. The tension between Lee and Finn takes a darker turn when it becomes clear that Lee is not willing to let go of Luna so easily. In a moment of desperation, she begins to use Luna as a pawn in a twisted game of revenge against Finn. Lee's feelings of betrayal run deep, and she now sees Luna as a means of hurting Finn in the most painful way possible. Lee's resentment toward Finn for exposing her secrets and breaking their family apart leads her to make a dangerous decision. She will continue to hide Luna, keeping her under lock and key, and she will use her as a bargaining chip to force Finn to bend to her will. As Lee spirals deeper into her obsession with Luna, her actions become more reckless and unpredictable. She begins to see herself as the only one who can save Luna, and in doing so, she becomes more unhinged in her desire for control. The lines between right and wrong become increasingly blurred, and Lee's descent into darkness threatens to destroy everything she has worked for. Her relationship with Finn, once built on trust and love, is now fractured beyond repair, and the emotional distance between them becomes insurmountable. In the coming weeks, fans can expect the stakes to get even higher as Lee's machinations continue to unfold. The tension between mother and son will reach a boiling point, and it is unclear whether they will ever be able to reconcile. Finn, having seen the full extent of his mother's betrayal, is unlikely to forgive her for what she has done. The consequences of Lee's actions will be felt throughout the Forrester family, and her refusal to let go of Luna will only escalate the situation. Will Lee's obsession with revenge and control lead to even more destruction, or will she eventually come to terms with the consequences of her actions? And what role will Luna play in the fallout? As the drama intensifies, it's clear that the bold and the beautiful is heading toward a shocking and dramatic climax that will forever change the lives of those involved. Finn's journey of confronting his mother, along with the dangers that Luna represents, will continue to unravel as Lee's motives are slowly exposed. Whether or not Finn will ever forgive his mother for what she has done remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. The emotional scars from this betrayal will linger for a long time, and the fallout from Lee's decisions will change the course of many lives. The bold and the beautiful has never been short of drama, but the explosive developments surrounding Lee, Finn, and Luna promise to raise the stakes to unprecedented levels. The future of their relationships and their fates will hang in the balance in the weeks to come. As the story continues to unfold in the bold and the beautiful, the tension between Lee Finnegan and Finn grows increasingly unbearable. The revelation that Lee has been hiding Luna Nozawa and has gone so far as to falsify documents in order to cover up her actions has not only devastated Finn, but has also shaken the very foundation of their relationship. Finn, still reeling from the betrayal, now faces an even greater dilemma: how to deal with a mother who has crossed lines that cannot be undone. His emotions are a mixture of anger, disbelief, and heartbreak as he is forced to confront the fact that the woman he trusted most has been harboring secrets that could tear apart their family. The complex web of lies, betrayal, and manipulation that Lee has woven around Luna and herself threatens to unravel everything Finn has known about his family. As Finn struggles with the weight of his discovery, he is resolute in his determination to do what is right. His loyalty to his family and his sense of justice compel him to take action against his mother, despite the deep love he has for her. For Finn, the idea of continuing to protect a dangerous fugitive like Luna is unacceptable, and he knows that he cannot allow Lee to go unpunished for her crimes. but his commitment to doing the right thing puts him on a collision course with his own mother. Lee, sensing that her world is crumbling, becomes increasingly desperate to hold on to her carefully constructed reality. She cannot bear the thought of losing Finn to the truth, and her obsession with maintaining control over the situation leads her to take even more drastic measures. Lee's behavior becomes increasingly erratic as she seeks to regain her grip on Finn and the situation surrounding Luna. In a moment of vulnerability, Lee confesses to Finn that her actions were not motivated by malice, but by a deep-seated fear. She explains that she had been terrified of losing him after everything that had happened with his near-death experience, and she was willing to go to any lengths to protect him. But Finn, though heartbroken by his mother's confession, cannot bring himself to forgive her. He is unable to reconcile the mother he thought he knew with the woman who has committed such heinous acts. Finn, torn between his love for his mother and his sense of justice, makes the painful decision to report Lee to the authorities. The decision to turn his mother in is one of the hardest things Finn has ever had to do. He knows that it will irreparably damage their relationship and that it may be impossible for them to ever find their way back to each other. The guilt and sorrow weigh heavily on him as he contacts the authorities, knowing that the consequences of Lee's actions will be severe. Finn's heart aches as he thinks about the woman who raised him, the woman who was always there for him in his darkest moments, and yet, he knows that he cannot allow her to continue to cover up her crimes. As the police close in on Lee, Finn is left to grapple with the fallout of his decision, unsure of what the future holds for his relationship with his mother. Lee, however, is not one to go down without a fight. Realizing that Finn has betrayed her, she becomes consumed by anger and resentment. She believes that Finn's decision to turn her in is a betrayal that cuts deeper than any action Luna could ever take. Lee's emotions spiral out of control, and she begins to lash out at those around her. In a desperate attempt to get back at Finn, she starts to play dirty, resorting to manipulation and emotional blackmail in an attempt to force him to take back his actions. Lee, ever the strategist, begins to use Luna as a tool to punish Finn. She knows that Luna has a deep connection to Finn's past, and she sees the potential to use Luna to hurt him further. Lee's plan to use Luna as a pawn in her war with Finn takes shape as she starts to threaten Finn with Luna's safety. She makes it clear that if Finn doesn't give in to her demands, she will make sure Luna faces severe consequences for her past actions. This dangerous game of manipulation puts both Luna and Finn in a precarious position, and it's clear that Lee is willing to go to any length to regain control over her son. As Lee pushes Finn further into a corner, she begins to unravel emotionally, unable to process the extent to which her actions have destroyed everything she holds dear. Meanwhile, Luna, who has remained a passive participant in this twisted drama, begins to realize the gravity of her situation. Though she has been kept hidden away in Lee's home, Luna has developed a complicated relationship with the woman who is keeping her captive. She recognizes the danger Lee represents, but she also understands that Lee sees her as a way to exact revenge on Finn. Luna's role in this dark scenario becomes more complex as she tries to figure out a way to escape the web of lies that has ensnared her. As Finn and Lee's confrontation intensifies, Luna's own future hangs in the balance, and she must decide whether to continue playing along with Lee's manipulations or to find a way to free herself from her hold. As the story builds to a dramatic climax, Finn finds himself torn between two conflicting emotions: his love for his mother and his need to protect his family and the truth. Lee, having pushed him to the brink, is no longer the nurturing figure he once knew. Instead, she is a woman consumed by her need for control and her fear of losing Finn to the truth. As Finn faces off with his mother, he realizes that there may be no way back from this betrayal. The emotional toll on him is immense, and it becomes clear that this fracture in their relationship may be permanent. The situation becomes even more dire when Finn's decision to expose Lee's crimes forces the Forrester family to confront the repercussions of her actions. The fallout from Lee's betrayal reverberates throughout the family, and the entire Forrester clan is left grappling with the consequences of the shocking revelation. As the Forrester family deals with the aftermath, it becomes apparent that the lies and secrets that have been buried for so long have finally come to the surface, threatening to tear apart the very foundation of their relationships. As Lee faces the consequences of her actions, it remains to be seen how she will react to the inevitable legal ramifications. Will she fight to the bitter end, or will she accept the repercussions of her choices? And what of Finn? Can he ever truly forgive his mother for what she has done, or will the emotional damage be too great to heal? The tension between mother and son is palpable, and the emotional fallout from this betrayal will continue to unfold in the coming episodes. The stakes have never been higher, and the future of these characters is uncertain, as the choices they make will have far-reaching consequences. In the coming weeks, viewers can expect to see a deeper exploration of Finn's emotional journey as he comes to terms with the truth about his mother. His relationship with Lee may never be the same, and the impact of her betrayal will leave a lasting mark on their family. Luna's role in the unfolding drama remains to be seen, but it is clear that her presence will continue to play a pivotal part in the twists and turns of this high-stakes storyline. As the plot thickens and the characters are forced to confront their darkest secrets, The Bold and the Beautiful continues to deliver the drama, suspense, and emotional intensity that fans have come to love.